Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Alice Marvella and I'm from Kuningan Institute of Health and Science. I'm here as the member of government. I'm not convinced, as the opposite said, that not every woman in K-pop industry follows the beauty standards. Even if there is it, that must be just a very small percentage from all over girl group that ever exist in K-pop industry. And personally, the example that you take, the Mamamoo of Hwasa, is the only girl that I've ever known, and maybe everyone knows that not follow the beauty standards, isn't it? And here's a little explanation why most of women in K-pop industry agreed to do this or that. It is because something called contract. Firstly, this is why I agree with this motion. Far before their debut as a celebrity, the corporate would offer the contract to their talent to become their trainee as long as they ready to do whatever the corporate told, including a certain rules such as not be able to have a cell phones, not be able to be in relationships, even the harsh time of training. Besides that, they are forced to change their look from head to toe and even create their fake image just to be loved with the public. That's crazy, isn't it? And the contract that I talked about is really strict. Why? Generally, it's set up to make it hard for the artist or the trainee to be walked away, but the company itself can terminate that contract anytime. The other fact that I will tell you, they would have no hesitation to point out to their artists and say it out loud, "You're good enough, but not celebrating material. Look at your fatty body. That's not pretty." And that's the discrimination that every woman in K-pop industry will experience. This kind of system that corporates set not only destroy their physically, but also mentally. Why mentally? Here's my explanation. When they were a trainee, they must think everything positively and just need to endure it until they're facing the success. But while enduring it, without realizing, they will be facing the mental health issue first before they're facing that success. By the World Health Organization highlight gender differences in rates of common mental disorders like depression, anxiety, and some somatic complaints, women predominant. These disorders affect approximately 1 in 3 people and constitute a serious public health. So, at the end of the day, women is twice as risky than a man. Secondly, while suffering the mental disorders, the K-pop idol will become more open to themselves. They become bold. What's bold that I mean? They start to be more of her real self. But the fan would probably disappointed by the artist's action because they will get shocked why the image of their favorite artist suddenly change up. For example case, I will take a case that really heartbroken for us as a human. One of the most loved K-pop female artists in the end of October 2019 passed away while suffering the mental health and committed suicide. Guess what? She got no support from everyone, even her fans. How it can happen? Because she's just being herself. She's being the bold that I mean. She's been calling us fat. She's been calling us pig and any other harsh comment on her social media. And she can take it, and it's not her fault, obviously. This means it seems like a simple action or how the corporate creates a certain image for their soon-to-be celebrity is not fine at all. It can cause a death. Human can death because of that. So, I strongly agree that feminist movement should aggressively oppose the K-pop industry for the fight to their rights, to make them treated equally and live more comfortable as a celebrity. So that's me. Thank you very much.
My name is Dila Silvana Lutfiera, and I'm from Kuningan Institute of Health and Science. Here I'm as a government whip. The motion is, this House believes that the feminist movement should be aggressively oppose the K-pop industry. As the opposition said, that K-pop helps supply and demand from the citizen. But let me ask the questions. How many percent the benefit of K-pop industry for us? Is there a lot of benefit that can impact in our life? Or maybe it could be dangerous. As we know, in K-pop industry, issues are really cruel. Mental health issues, suicide, like human trafficking, prostitutions, etc. How it could be our role model? How it could be supply and demand for the citizen? Who can take the risk and the dangers? According to 2019, that Blackpink label boss, which is the most big girl group, idol, providing prostitution to the investor. And this is the sad reality. That's why we totally agree with this motion. We need to oppose the K-pop industry because it can be dangerous for the woman idol or for us as a fan. As the opening government that say that K-pop industry have a certain physical standard, especially for women, like they should be thin, have a light skin, beautiful face, and they record to always look stunning and happy and perfect. And also, the K-pop industry always force the woman idol who doesn't look enough for their standard to do some plastic surgery or some whitening injures or something to make them look perfect. And not only physically, K-pop industry also force woman idol to change their image, their character. Like you should have a beautiful character, a cheerful character. Don't look sad, always look happy. As we know, it's hard to live our life with the fake character or with the fake image. And it can be dangerous for our mental health. As the member of the government said, there are many cases of women K-pop idol that get depression and also suicide, cause of mental health disorder. They lost their self-actualization. They lost who they was. And it's really dangerous. That's why we are agreed to this motion that we believe that the feminist movement should aggressively oppose the K-pop industry. Thank you.